This is the check down. No fluff. No filters. Just football.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to another episode of the Check Down. This is the Check Down's top 10 free agents for the 2026 offseason. Yeah, man, we're trying to bring y'all some content and get y'all together, man, so y'all know who's potentially out there for your team. And some of these guys on the list potentially might not hit the open market, but we're giving you an opportunity to know who they is. But how y'all feeling today, man? How's everybody doing, bro?
Shit, I can't call it. I might spoil it.
Yeah,
You just
man.
old as hell. Just old.
Hey,
Like I start smelling Bengay when you start talking. Like
it's cool because it's in high demand, brother. Back out, watch out.
damn, man. Get that Bengay out of here, man. I'm happy to be here with the people though, man. It's another great day. We get to bring them hopefully another episode of some great content. And yeah, I mean JMIK, my quarterback is better than Drake May, so I'm feeling great today.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it didn't.
That's how we started. Okay.
I mean, it's funny because it didn't show on Monday Night Football last year. That's not what we seen live and in person. But okay,
Yeah, my quarterback
those are
wouldn't have
lies you want to
folded in
tell
the
today.
Super
Okay.
Bowl, good brother. My quarterback wouldn't have folded on that big
I
stage.
mean, your quarterback
Oh
couldn't
my
even get to the
God.
playoffs, so I'm not sure what you're
Oh
talking about.
my
I
God.
mean,
Is
did
is
your
this how we
quarterback get
starting
there in year
today?
one? Did your
I mean,
quarterback
he
get
the
there
one
in year
started
one?
it. I'm just trying to finish it. That's it.
Did your quarterback
Pause.
get there in year one? No, he didn't. But he got there in year two. We're going to see what it is, man. We're going to see.
I mean, hopefully he
Hey,
make it through the
hey,
season, man.
hey, Dre, you know what's up for you if y'all don't do nothing next year, right? You know that, right?
Man, look,
Okay.
who you
All
telling?
right.
I got
I'm
the
I'm telling
Titans fans
you.
looking for me.
Okay.
I'm probably going to have the Colts fans looking for me at some
Uh-huh.
point. I mean, by the time we get to the season, I might really have every team on my schedule looking for me, to be
All right.
honest with you.
All
Uh,
right.
Except for
but
me,
don't
because
nobody
I'm
want that
I'm gonna
smoke.
pack you up. So it ain't gonna really
Yeah,
matter.
y'all don't want that smoke, man. Cam
I'm gonna
Scatterboot
pack
put
you up.
fear in y'all heart. That's why y'all had
No,
to
no,
hip
no, no,
drop that
no.
man.
Nah,
That man
nah. It
put
wasn't no
fear in
hip
y'all
drop.
heart.
Wasn't no hip drop. It
That
wasn't
was
no
a
hip
hip
drop.
drop.
Nah. Tell
Mm,
him to bulk up in the offseason, man. It's okay.
mm. I mean, he can't get no thicker paws. That was crazy.
Pause.
Wow.
Pause. Wow.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
insane.
Wow.
That
Nah,
was
my brother.
crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Well, yeah, man. That was another
God.
episode of the Check Down. We'll catch y'all later.
Jesus.
Hey man, come get your man, dog.
That
Golly.
was egregious. My fault. That one was crazy.
All right, but let's get into this list, man. So this is our top 10 list.
Can't get no thicker.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. But coming in at number 10 on the top free agent list for the check down, we have Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons. Obviously, been some rumors that he will get the franchise tag, but the door is still open for him to be traded if the right package comes across the table, and they're not able to come to a negotiation point. So, hey man, Kyle Pitts, last year played all 17 games, 88 receptions, 928 yards, 5 touchdowns on 118 targets with a 10.5 yards per reception. First question, man, who's the top team y'all believe could, pursue a Kyle Pitts?
One name that's kind of been linking with Pitts or rumored with Pitts has been the Chiefs. I think he will thrive in a system like that. Another team I think that could potentially target him is surprisingly, I think he might get some looks from the Seahawks. If they're looking to kind of upgrade that room with a veteran, I do know they have some young guys. He can even go down to the Titans. I don't think they have a solidified starter at tight end. They do have the Texas. I believe they drafted the Texas tight end last year, and then they had who- who's been there for a minute. But I think there will be a good market for Kyle Pitts if he doesn't get tagged.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the Titans. I don't like the fit of Brian Daboll with Kyle Pitts, but I do think like I mean the Seahawks will be interesting. There's a couple of other teams out there. I think in today's NFL, in the right system, Kyle Pitts can be a great weapon for a football team. It's just about putting him in the right situation, similar to how it is with the quarterbacks, like guys like Sam Darnold, right? And guys don't live up to their potential if you don't put them in the right system. And I don't think Kyle Pitts has been in that. I think he can be a lot better of a tight end than we've even seen with the Falcons. But unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever see it because I think he's staying with the Falcons.
I think an interesting position is like a couple of teams could pursue him, but I also like looking at the franchise tag. If they do put him in that situation, the trade capital for teams kind of plays a factor, right? So, like some of the teams, I believe, still would pursue him. Obviously, I think like I agree with Pop, like the Titans, just to try to help Cam Ward out, get him a big target, somebody they can go get the rock on a regular basis. I can even see like maybe even the Jets shooting a shot just to see if they can get him on the roster to try to help out Justin Fields. They don't really have a lot of money invested on the team right now, so you got an opportunity to kind of move around and do some of the things you want to. So that's like my top two teams. I think if he becomes a free agent, Howie Roseman might get in contact with him though, because I think he might end up being in that in that not overvalued, not undervalued, but where he kind of gets a decent deal, but not reset the market type deal.
In the name of the NFL, I rebuke you and Howie Roseman. No.
Oh, crying.
That's crazy, bro. That's messed up, bro. JMIK, sir, y'all got any ideas of where y'all think Mr. Kyle Pitts could land?
I mean, he can land with the Patriots. To be honest, I'm not even just being biased because it's my team, but my team has been actively searching out tight ends because I mean Austin Hooper, I believe that's his name. He's Austin. It's like it's either Austin or Alex, but I mean Hooper is a free agent. I mean we only signed to a 1-year deal, so all we have is pretty much Henry on the team. And we've been linked to Isaiah Likely. So if we've been linked to Isaiah Likely, I don't see why we wouldn't be linked to Kyle Pitts as well if he was available.
Well, he's getting a franchise, so I don't expect him to go nowhere.
Yeah, but they said they still open to trade talks.
Yeah, I don't think
They
like
basically, just said they're not letting him leave for free.
Yeah, I mean they're saying they're going to tag him, but they haven't. I don't think that because you still got to till next Tuesday to actually finalize it. So something like
I think that tag to me is not we need to get a deal done. Is that we can't let this guy leave for free. I think they more tagging him not to let him walk for free.
Well, yeah, I mean they drafted him in the top 5, in his draft class. So I mean he had 900 yards last year, and I think for tight ends that was like second in the receiving yards. So yeah, I mean he's got value. So you're just not gonna let him walk out the door and only get a comp pick.
Right. A 3rd round pick does not solidify what you could get possibly on the open market. What do y'all think? Okay, so with that being put on the table, what's the market for Kyle Pitts if teams do come trying to trade? What would y'all give up?
With me having to pay him, I'm not giving up nothing more than a 4th, to be honest. That's the highest I'm willing to go.
I was gonna say a 3rd, but I ain't mad at that either.
I mean, I'll give up Jalen Hurts to get him on the New York Giants, but that's
I'm
about it. Because why would I
crying.
want
I
I don't
mean,
want
maybe,
Kyle
maybe,
Pitts
maybe we should give
in
up the
my
headache
franchise.
first. Maybe we should give up the headache
Uh,
first. You know what I mean? At least my quarterback don't be having headaches. You know what I mean?
I mean, he does every once
Golly.
in a while,
It
good
seemed
brother.
like y'all. It seemed like y'all need like y'all might need like a sponsor that like Tylenol or like Advil, Aleve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we already
BC
got one.
powder. Man, that man stay with a headache. Maybe you should give up Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors for Kyle Pitts. That sounds like a great trade.
That sounds like a terrible idea. But no, seriously, like me personally, I would not want the New York Giants to trade for Kyle Pitts. So I would not be willing to give up anything for Kyle Pitts. I see why a team like maybe the 49ers who doesn't have a quarterback would be willing to give up a third round pick to get any kind of playmaker in the building. Sure, I see why they would do that. But not the New York Football Giants.
Okay. Certified, you gonna let him talk to you like that? But never mind.
I mean,
Never mind.
I ain't tripping about a bottom feeder that basically has no talent on his offense. He would be lucky if he get me to play tight end on that trash offense.
Theo Johnson would be the second best tight end on your team. And the only reason he's not first is because, Kittle's still over there. But he's getting old, so.
Theo Johnson is mid.
You and Kittle damn near the same age. Like, when you going to retire, sir?
And we both better than any tight end you got.
Yeah, okay. I'll run you over on the field right now, sir.
You ain't running nothing but your mouth. That's about it.
You want to line up Oklahoma? Hey,
stop it. You ain't even got the knees built for that, dog.
You wait till I come out that way. We can get that Oklahoma drill going, man. Hey, the people, let us know. Let us know if you want to see that Oklahoma drill. When I come across that water, I'm gonna go home with more than just my pride. I'm also go down home with his dignity when I run him over.
All right, so next on the list, coming in at number 9, we have John Franklin Myers. Last year, John Franklin Myers played 16 games, had 25 tackles, 12 solo, 13 assists on 7.5 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, 0 interceptions. John Franklin Myers. Same question, man. What do y'all believe his best opportunity is at right now on the open market?
I would like to see John Franklin Myers, and I'm not saying this just because I'm a fan. I would like to see him on the New York Football Giants next to Dexter Lawrence. I think that would work amazing. I think he could be that missing piece on that defensive front. And, I mean, we'll get into later how much he'll cost, but I think we should make that happen, the New York Football Giants, him and Dexter Lawrence.
I mean, depending on the money he's gonna get, I think there's a lot of teams.
He's really good against the run, right? He's great against the run. Well, I wouldn't say great, but he's really good against the run. He's a guy that has some pass rush prowess. Not great, but like he get a couple moves in there for you. I don't know, man.
I mean, I think he'd be good on the Bills. I think he'd be good on the Lions. I mean, conceivably, he might be good on Seattle. I mean, there's a lot of teams. I mean, he gives you certain versatility too. So you can go to a lot of different teams, and make the D-line unit better. So I wanted to say it's one fit. I mean, there's a lot of different teams he could go to. Obviously, you go to some of the bad teams too. Like, I mean, he did get drafted by the Jets. I guess the Jets let him go to them. They didn't want to pay him. So I don't think he's going back there, but like maybe the Dolphins. I mean, if he go to the Texans, that shit could be scary on their D line. Like there's a lot of different teams he could go to.
Okay, so basically anywhere in the NFL is what you're saying.
But yeah, obviously a guy like him, he's been playing for Denver for the last couple of years. I don't think he's going to want to go to a team that's not going to win unless they drop in a super bag for him. But I mean, if he getting a regular market deal, like I think he'll go to any contender because I think he wants to get paid, but I think he wants to win too. And he's shown he could do that with Denver.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be a hot commodity. That's obviously why he's in our top 10 of free agents, right? Like, I do think a lot of teams will be actively pursuing him. And, I mean, he'd be a great addition for almost any team in the NFL.
But, I mean, definitely, like, if I had a team, I'd probably say the Bills, because if you look at the Bills last year, they were really bad against the run. I mean, my only issue is that I think they're moving to a 3-4 defense. So I'm not sure how he would fit in that kind of defense. That'd be my only question. But you know, conceptually wise, yeah, I mean the Bills need better defensive linemen to be able to stop the run. And I'd hate to say like a team in my own division that I'm going to be competing with for the title, for the division title, but I think he might be able to fit on that team pretty well.
I think that's a great fit.
I think the Commanders need an infusion on that front seven. They could use somebody that can penetrate the gap, kind of control some of those double teams. If you're gonna keep the D line as is, you bring in John Franklin Myers and get him some more one-on-ones. I think like the Commanders. If the Cowboys were willing to, you know, maybe move off Kitty, I could see John Franklin Myers being the younger version of the run stopper. But I think I kind of agree with Mick though. It's a few teams out there, like more than just like 5 or 6 teams that probably could afford them and probably could use them. To be honest.
Now, Smitty, don't you try to get these Cowboy fans' hopes up. You know good and well that they cannot afford to sign this man in free agents. We were sweating during that rebuild, and if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. But we were sweating during that Cowboys rebuild, trying to create some cap space, man.
Well, they can't see it yet. It come out Friday, man. Friday,
well,
3 o'clock.
By the time that they see this, though, they'll have seen that already.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think for the Cowboys, I think the money, because I think it's what you just said. Like a good amount of teams are going to be looking at him. So for him, that's good because like the more teams involved in trying to sign him, is the price going to go up. I just don't know if the Cowboys can spend that kind of money when they have interior linemen that like Kenny Clark and Quentin. That I think Kenny Clark might be a free agent. I think they're the free agents, or they don't have any more guaranteed money, so they're going to have to rework them deals. So, I mean, the Commanders I do agree with for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with it too. I just don't want.
JMIK, half of my statement was if they willing to move off that money of Kenny Clark, then they could be in it. You know what I mean? They gotta move one of them D tackles. You can't have 4 D tackles in there making, you know what I mean, good money like that. Oh no, it don't work like that. Don't work like that.
At that point, I would just keep Kenny though. Like, I mean, just extend him for a year like we did. I think you get him for $13 million or something like that. I think that would be, for the position the Cowboys are in right now, probably easier for them to pull off than letting Kenny go and then bringing in JFL. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I can see it.
All right, coming in at number 8 on this lovely list, we have Braden Smith, right guard from the Colts.
Tackle,
yeah, tackle, my bad, right tackle. Played 13 games, started 13 games, allowed 1 sack, allowed 26 pressures. Did get a little late season injury. Yeah, did get a little late season injury, but don't think it's anything serious. So,
what was
how do y'all feel about
concussion? So it cost him a few games, and he decided to shut it down for the year. But I think he'll be fine.
I don't think there's anything that'll stop him from week 1, though. That's why I said not nothing. You should worry about paying him. You know what I mean? He'll be available week 1. He'll be on that field.
I mean, I think he's the hottest, like right as of right now in free agency. He's the hottest tackle name that's out there. and I've known people heard the rumors about like the whole Trent Williams situation, how that might unfold. But right now, Trent is still on the Niners, so I'm not gonna even count that. That's just a rumor going out there. And I mean, the only reason why the Colts aren't going to resign him is because the games that he was out, they had a guy fill in, and they actually feel comfortable with the guy filling in, and he's going to be at a cheaper price. Um, as far as tackles go, man, there's a lot like I mean, like like offensive line, especially tackle play. There are a lot of teams that could use better tackle play. I mean, there's the exception to the rule. Like maybe like the Chargers and the Jets, like they don't really need tackle play in terms of starting at right tackle because I mean like they have guys in like those positions. Like the Chargers got Joe Alt, and then the Jets had drafted Membu and he played pretty well last year. So like there's a couple teams that don't need that help, but there's a lot of teams that do. So I mean, I think his market is going to be robust. And I'd expect him to get a big payday.
Yeah, I agree. I think there are teams that are looking to upgrade the right tackle position, so he will have a nice market. Um, and I also think he's going to be one of the quality tackles. I think that's going to be available in this free agent class. Um, I think the depth at tackle is very shallow, but to me, he is on the higher end of the guys that are available, and he'll have a decent deal. That'll come his way for any team looking to address that.
Sir, any thoughts?
I was reading a comment, brother. What we doing?
Braden Smith?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know much about that guy.
Well, honesty is the key.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna try to fake the funk. I really don't know much about him at all.
Dre, any comments on Braden Smith?
Yeah, Braden Smith. I mean, he's a technically sound pass protector. He has strong hands. He doesn't have like great lateral movement, but it's adequate. Um, I don't think you want to like. He's not. I think he's a pretty balanced offensive lineman. I don't think he's a better like run blocker or pass blocker. I think you want to keep it kind of even. Like you don't want to have him in a super run heavy offense. I don't think you want him in a super pass heavy offense either. Though. You got to have him in some balance to where you're not asking him to get lateral too much, but I don't know if he consistently has like the chops to also be an elite run blocker. So you don't. He's a good starting right tackle. He's not elite. He'll probably never be elite, but he's a good starting tackle.
All right. So number 7 on our list coming in today, obviously injured, may miss the season upcoming, maybe not. He says he's going to be ready. Tyreek Hill. He obviously came out and said he's looking to be ready sometime in the earlier part of the season. We got him at number 7. Last year, Tyreek Hill, obviously his stats were a little underwhelming. Dang, where's it at? How do y'all feel about Tyreek Hill while I get this thing working? My shit don't went black.
I don't
If
think
healthy.
he plays, dog.
You don't think he's playing at all?
Nah.
Oh, wow.
I don't think he's going to be healthy enough to play football. Now he might be healthy enough to like run and work out in the gym, but playing football, getting off the line, getting jammed, having to push back, stop, turning, jumping, accelerating, all of that, I don't know. I just that injury that he had, I just can't see that happening. Not this year. And if he might land on somebody's roster like halfway or midway or towards the end of the season, but I don't see him taking the field.
No, I don't know. I mean, if he says he's going to be ready, like I get it, these athletes are delusional, but he has to be hearing from somewhere that there's a good chance that he'll be ready at some point during the season. I agree. I don't think it'll be like, I
Mhm.
think if he goes to a team, he'll probably start the year on PUP. And you probably see him maybe game 6, game 7 of the season is like the first time you see Tyreek.
If he
But
sees the field,
maybe
dog,
not.
I'll be shocked.
I mean, his injury wasn't as bad as Tank Dell's, was it?
Pretty much the same injury.
No, he's only MCL, ACL.
He
You
got
know,
the
what's they had MCL, PCL, ACL, dislocated knee, and then I think he broke something too. But
he had
he
a
had to do.
Well,
dislocated knee too.
Tyreek had the dislocated knee, but
That's the worst part of all of the injuries, the dislocated knee part.
I don't know. I mean, I think for me, the question is more so not if he'll play, but what kind of player is Tyreek Hill going to be when he actually gets back on the field? I mean, his superpower in football terms is his speed, right? Like he's a speed guy. That's his biggest attribute that he brings to an offense. Is he gonna still have that type of speed coming back from this type of injury? I don't know. So I do think it's risky for somebody to sign him, but if it works out, I mean, you could end up getting a bargain steal type of player in Tyreek Hill, which sounds crazy to say because of his name, but with him coming off the injury, I don't think he demands a whole lot of money this offseason, if at all.
I would
Maybe he doesn't
agree,
get signed at
and
all.
I do think he plays this season. I think it's towards the latter end of the season though, just like you. I think somewhere between week 6 and week 9 will probably be his first games on the field. It's kind of hard to pick a destination with that type of like that type of criteria, knowing the player isn't going to start the season, and more than likely, since he's a free agent, is going to pick his destination on the position of the team at the moment when he's available. If a team doesn't jump out there and just go ahead and be like, well, look, we don't want that opportunity to happen at, you know what I mean, the trade deadline, you're getting healthy. You're now starting to evaluate teams halfway through the season. So maybe somebody does jump out there somewhere in the early parts of camp or something like that. They don't like their receiver room. They believe Tyreek Hill off injury because then it makes them better.
But I also think it's relative too. Like it's not like he got hurt in the middle. Like he
He
got
got week
hurt in the
4.
first quarter of the season, like week
Yeah.
4. Man, that's pretty early. And so by the time week 4 come around this year, he'd had a whole year since he got hurt. So I do think he's gonna play. I think Dre was right in terms of the question is I think he's gonna play, but the question is what percent is he of the player that he was? I think that's the question you gotta ask yourself if you're gonna sign Tyreek Hill. Like I see Tyreek signing to a contending team pretty much. I mean, he's got a couple bags in the league already. I know he got a lot of kids by a lot of different baby mothers, but I think I mean he's won already too. Like and it was his time in Miami for the most part they were winning until the last couple of years. So I do think he wants to be on a team that's contending. Quite honestly, and I hate to say it, but I think he probably ends up back on the Chiefs.
He's not even done with his surgeries. He still got one more surgery on his knee.
Yeah, but he said it himself on his Twitch that he said he got this one minor surgery and that's it. So he
Mhm.
like I can only go by what he telling us because of like medical laws in his country and he releasing information by himself. But the way he made it sound like that one surgery he has is not that major.
Okay, so I'm looking up some stuff on his ACL, MCL. Well, they don't even have the ACL and LCL. They said there was no permanent damage, no nerve damage, no blood flow issues, so the healing should be relatively on track with any other ACL, LCL tear, which should put him back in somewhere around the first 3 to 5 weeks in the 2026 season.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, like I think it's more of a what does he does play, but what is he when he comes back? Like what is at what level of play is it?
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of where I think that's kind of where, me, you, and Dre are at. Like we do believe he'll play. We do believe he'll get on the field next year, but at what percentage of the Tyreek Hill you last seen will be on the field though?
I think that is a question, but
Did we lose Pop?
Yeah, I
the
think so.
sentiments.
Oh, there she go.
I agree with the sentiment that he will sign to a contending team. And so his status is not going to really be a priority because they will be able to carry without him, right? But if he does play for you, that's a big bonus, right? And it's a low investment. It's a low investment, but it's a higher reward for whatever team does get him. I do think he will still have on the higher tier wide receiver market, right? So you're looking at something maybe 20 million range. I don't know if he'll still crack the 30s. But I think he'll still get a decent bag for whatever team he signs in. And like I said, it's a huge boomer bust with him. And if he booms, that's better than anything.
Hey man, all I heard from what Smitty said a minute ago is I need y'all to start calling me Dr. Dre because I might not be a doctor, but I was spot on that injury timeline.
Yeah, we can work on that.
I think that name is already copywritten, my boy. I think the name is already copywritten.
Very well, man. Start calling me Professor Dre then. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Doctorate Dre. How about Doctorate Dre?
All right. So number 6 on our free agent list, running back, Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker, on the open market this season. Kenneth Walker coming off a relatively healthy season and productive season. He had 17 games played, 1,027 yards rushed, 5 touchdowns on 4.6 yards per carry. He also followed that up with 31 receptions for 282 yards and 0 fumbles lost on the season. Obviously, I said it before, he was Super Bowl MVP. Obviously, 29-13 win over the Patriots. What do y'all feel about Kenneth Walker going into this offseason and what his market looks like?
Um, I don't think I think they're gonna pan out a deal, man. Even if he does hit the open market, I like Kenneth Walker, but he has his limitations. He's not that good of a blocker, and he's inconsistent in the pass game. I don't know too many teams that's going to be like throwing a bag at a running back with those type of limitations. With that said, if you can get him in a system where he's just running and he doesn't have to block, I don't know what system that's going to be. Um, and he doesn't have to catch a lot of footballs out of the backfield. Um, I honestly can't think of none. I feel like Seattle's situation is tailor made for him, and it, I, they ran the ball almost 520 times for a reason. Him and Sherbernay were like a two-headed monster. I just don't see them if they're trying to continue this run or keep this window open. I just don't see Seattle letting him walk, man. I don't.
I agree with what you're saying, sir. I do think they do get a deal done. But I also do think there's a market for him. I think Denver is a team I could look at. with Sean Payton, he loves having a plethora of running backs that do different things. And if all Kenneth Walker can do is bang between the tackles, run the ball, he's okay with a running back like that because he's going to have maybe two other running backs that can catch out of the backfield or are better pass blockers. So he likes having a rotation of guys like that. Another team I could think of that might want to use his talents is the Chargers. You can add a little bit of boom into that running back room. Amarion Hampton to me is a little on the he's on the smaller side of things, and he kind of really struggled last year. And honestly, I think they let Najee Harris walk, who was on injury reserve, and they don't really have anyone on that team outside of Amarion Hampton for real. So the Chargers is another team I can think of that might look at a Kenneth Walker during free agency time.
All right, this first team is a really, really long shot, but I think with what they just lost, they might want to bring him in. The Bucks. I think with Rachaad White leaving, Bucky Irvin having that injury last season, bringing in a second guy could be a warrant for them. I think they are the secondary team for me. I think a team that's actually looking for a running back in the Chiefs. If they fall short on a Brees Hall, I can see them shooting a couple dollars, shooting him a couple, a couple dollars to see if he'll come play for the Chiefs. And I just think those are two teams that right now, like I think the Bucks are looking for that 1-2 punch. They had it last year in Rachaad White and Bucky. Then Bucky went down with the injury. Rachaad White is now, from all signs, looking at free agency, probably going to walk, probably going to go somewhere else for his talent. So I think the Bucks, the Chiefs, and I agree with y'all too. Like I think it's a few teams out there, but I think for me, those two teams look like interesting destinations for Kenneth Walker.
I mean, for me, with the rumors that Brees Hall is either going to get franchise tagged or transition tag in New York, I think it leaves Kenneth Walker to be the best running back on the market if the Jets couldn't come to a deal and had a franchise Brees Hall. And I feel like a team like, for me, he won Super Bowl MVP, won a title. So for me now it's about securing the bag. If I was him, if he wants to win another title, he'll stay with Seattle. But there's a team in that division that needs a running back, and that's the Arizona Cardinals. Connor's been good for them, but he's gotten hurt the last couple of years. So I think the Cardinals are in desperate need of a running back. And then I think they'll get one in the draft as well, but I think they're going to try to pair a free agent running back with a rookie running back to kind of make their backfield a lot more solid. And Arizona got money to pay him. And then I think he's looking for the bag. So I think that's a location that you might want to look out for.
I'm not mad at that. What about the Titans? You don't think the Titans could be in the market for another running back too? Also, they have a lot of money to spend this offseason.
They definitely could, because I
staff.
think they're moving off of Tony Pollard, right? Because I think he's a free agent. So yeah, so
They would need a knee down
Tony
there. A free agent?
I thought Tony was, because they were trying to trade him during the deadline.
I think he got one more year left on that deal, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, let me take a quick look.
Yeah, take a quick.
But even that was still. I know they still have the same GM, but that was still a different staff.
Hey man, if we brought the Titans up a few times today, listen, if y'all haven't yet, the playlist is on the page. Go check out the playlist of the Dynasty rebuilds. All the episodes are listed. We've done the Bengals, we've done the Titans, we've done the Browns, we've done the Bengals, and recently we did the Dallas Cowboys. All of those are on the page and more to come. Check those out. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Get back to us. Let us know how you feel about those dynasty rebuilds. My bad, Drake. Keep going.
I was going to say, I checked it. You are right. He has one more year on the deal, but there's no guaranteed money. So either he's gonna get an extension, or he might be a cut.
Okay.
No, I was done, Smitty. But to add what you just said, it also, if you're watching, we appreciate you, and let us know what other rebuilds you would like to see. If we haven't gotten to one yet, and if you check the page, it's not there. Let us know in the comments what other rebuilds you guys want to see.
All right. Coming in next on the list at number 5, we have another running back, man. Kind of interesting that they back to back like this, but I think he's one of those guys a little versatile. Travis Etienne, Jacksonville Jaguars. I think his versatility as a running back obviously gives him, a little bit of a upside coming into this offseason. He can run, he can catch. Last year, 17 games played, 1,107 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns on 4.3 yards a carry. He followed that up with 36 receptions for 292 yards and 6 touchdowns for a total of 13 touchdowns and 0 fumbles on the season. Travis Etienne, man. What are y'all expectations of a team signing for Travis Etienne, and what do y'all see him best fitting?
Mm. I, to me, I think he might be one of the best guys out there in free agency. He does have an injury history, but he was pretty healthy last year. I don't know how much stock that's going to have with teams. You find a way to stay on the field in a contract year or prove it year. But he does everything, man. He can catch the ball, he can run the ball, he can block. Um, right now, somebody like Kansas City, well, he would do wonders there. I think he would do wonders in San Diego. Well, with the Chargers, they're not San Diego no more. I mean, that that slew-footed backfield that they got in New York, he could play for the Giants. It pretty much both New York teams, since they talking about letting Brees Hall walk. Um, but yeah, I think Etienne gonna get a few offers.
I do agree that he is going to be one of the hot names out here, man. I think his market is very open. We've named a lot of teams for Kenneth Walker, but I think honestly, if Travis Etienne is on the market, he might be the first call, and Kenneth Walker might be the second. I think we kind of got to rank 5 and 6. But I think like when you're looking at the market, man, and you see like Travis Etienne out there, what he can do as a running back, what he offers your team, he brings a lot to the table. So I think it's a slew of teams. Uh, to be funny, I think a team in his conference is actually going to be at the table very, very adamantly. I think the Texans, with what they got at running back, the running back woes they had, Chubb, kind of underwhelming. Which obviously you brought him in, you didn't expect much. Kind of having a mixed bag of emotions about where Mixon is coming into the 2026 season. Um, Marks, he was okay, but down the stretch, he kind of disappeared a little bit. I think the Texans, if looking for running back support, looking for a resurgence in the backfield, somebody to take some pressure off of CJ Stroud, Travis Etienne is a very interesting pick for the Texans.
ETN to the Tuscaloosa Texans. I like it. They still need a new quarterback, though, man. We got to get CJ Stroud out of there. The guy's terrible. But honestly, I think the best fit for ETN is just to stay with the Jaguars. I mean, it probably won't be what ends up happening, but I do think that's the best fit for him, and I think that's where he would have the most success. So I know it's
I, per-
boring, but that's my opinion.
I I don't know if that's the best fit for him. I just think they will give him what he wants. Um, I think this last year, this previous season, has been his best season since I want to say maybe his rookie or second year with the Jags, right? And I think it was just the perfect mesh between play calling and player. Um, he he was so good in the pass game, especially down the stretch. Um, him in the run game, it was really well. Like he's one of those guys who in the pass and the run, he's pretty good at both things. And to me, his value on the open market is going to be high. And I think there's a lot of teams who aren't really secure with their running back position that will take a swing at him. But I also think this is a player that the Jags are gonna make it a point to lock down as well. So I think he stays with Jacksonville.
I mean, the only thing I'll say is like when you look at Jacksonville over the last couple of years and the running backs that are able to find in the draft, like they're actually been really good at finding running backs in the draft. So if they feel like they could find a running back that could fill the void that Travis would leave, they could do that because I think last year they drafted what's the guy's name? I think his name was Tootin last year. And then the year before they drafted a kid that they ended up trading to the Eagles. And I mean, like he's not a starter caliber running back like Travis Etienne, but like he's a good number two or number three. So I think they've shown that. So if they choose to go in a cost savings manner, because I mean, a couple years like they're gonna have other guys that they've drafted that are gonna come up and they're probably gonna have to pay him. I mean, they even got free agents this year that they got to pay. Like, I mean, from Devin Lloyd, Devin Lloyd's going to be a free agent because they didn't offer him the 5th-year option. To I mean, like the DN Walker from out of Georgia, he's also a free agent. So they got a number of free agents, and they're going to have to like prioritize exactly who's important because I don't think they're going to be able to pay them all. So.
I agree with you on that one, JMIK. All right, so obviously same team, other side of the ball, man. Coming in at number 4, we have Devin Lloyd, linebacker, Jacksonville Jaguars. Man, this is crazy that they got two top type talents like this in the top 5. Devin Lloyd last year played 15 games, started 15 games, had a total of 81 tackles. It looks like 35 solo, 46 assists, 1.5 sacks, 5 interceptions. Dang, 7 pass deflected? Yeah. And 1 fumble recovery. Devin Lloyd, obviously, I think, a very, very good talent to be out here on the open market. Very impactful on your defense. What do y'all think about Devin Lloyd and his opportunities on the open market this year?
I think he's a great linebacker, and I think the Cincinnati Bengals should be their first priority signing on defense. Should be Devin Lloyd. You should try to go out and get a guy like Devin Lloyd. I think he helps transform that defense. Obviously not alone. You need more than that, which if you haven't seen it yet, go watch the Bengals rebuild. We talked about all this, but I do think he helps that defense tremendously, and honestly, I can't think of a better fit for him than the Bengals right now.
The Bengals is a good pick. That's a good pickup.
I think it would behoove Jacksonville to try to resign this man. Um, he's right behind ETN for me as somebody that's going to be vetted during the off season. He's a good linebacker, man. He could set the edge. He can get pressure on a quarterback. Um, the Giants could use him. I mean, because Thibodeau just out there taking up space. Um, Let me see. I mean he could pretty much go anywhere, man. I mean everybody could use a 3 down linebacker.
Wait a minute, good brother. Him and
Hmm?
Kayvon don't even play the same position.
Even still, anybody do better than the overrated bomb. What what
Like
what,
anybody would do better than Brock Purdy.
now Brock Purdy the one that I don't want to talk about going into your house and punching y'all and putting feet up on your couch, but y'all picked him in the first round, right? Wh- where in the first y'all pick up Thibodeau?
Number
Is my
5.
mic on? Number
What?
5.
It was 5? I thought it was higher than that. Never mind.
Y'all could have picked him up in the 5th round for this type of production. It was the wrong 5, wasn't it?
I mean, him and Nick Bosa the same
Oh,
guy right now, right?
Yeah. Oh man, Nick Bosa had 2 sacks in 3 games.
Mm,
How many games did it take Thibodeau to get 2 sacks?
don't worry about it.
Oh, we're not worried about it now. Man, who was that with that strong ass throat?
Pause, man. God damn.
Hey,
My God,
yo.
what's wrong with y'all
Who's
today, man?
swallowing
What's
like
going
that?
on,
That
That
Cam?
was
was that was some
egregious.
aggressive swallowing.
That was
God.
egregious, man.
Oh, come on, sir.
What?
Come on,
Nah,
sir.
I'm
Come
not
on,
Come
gonna
on,
man.
lie.
sir.
Come on, man.
That
Y'all
that
y'all
that
gonna
Come
sit
that
on,
here and
that might
say
sir.
have
that
been
y'all
the
That
couldn't
was
hear
Come
all
on,
egregious.
sir.
y'all
Nah,
couldn't hear
that
that
might have been the
aggressive
most
ass.
pause-worthy statement on the
Come
history of the
on,
check
man.
So
down.
y'all gonna sit here
My
and say that
goodness.
y'all didn't say who the hell
nah.
swallowing so hard?
Nah, I didn't say that. You said that.
Cause that's what
I
I
did
was
not
thinking.
say
I'm
that.
like, God damn, brother, are you in a rush?
Listen, sir said something crazy, but he said exactly what I was thinking.
Thank
I'm
you.
Yeah,
not
but you
gonna
didn't say it
lie.
out loud is the point. We all was thinking it, but we ain't say it like that.
But who was it though?
I mean,
That was some
could have easily just said, "What are you chewing on?"
That
He
wasn't
said,
no
"Who got that
chewing.
aggressive throat?"
That was
That might have been worse than what I said earlier.
I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Bro,
That was pretty
That shit was
aggressive,
bad.
dog.
That was
It
kind of bad. I ain't gonna
it
lie to
it,
you.
it made me uncomfortable.
I'm crying, bro. I swear to God, I'm crying.
nah, y'all both was wilding, so I don't
Oh,
know.
Who was
God.
that? Purple drink?
Oh my God, I'm crying, bro. I'm crying, bro.
Back to Devin Lloyd, though, man. Back to Devin Lloyd. How did we get here, man? Get back to Devin Lloyd.
You gonna edit all this out anyways? It's okay. It's all right. All right. Yeah, Devin Lloyd. Sir, you were saying he could go anywhere. Pick up back, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, uh, linebacker is a premium right now, especially with the shift going back to you know, running the ball between the tackles and everything. I think it might be a little difficult to keep him. They might have to let him walk.
I mean, he can come right on down to New England because we definitely need a linebacker. We got the money to pay the boy too. I be telling Spo this: if she let the man get the free agency, he could come all the way up to Foxborough. That's where he could come. Well, pause. But
Hey,
I said
yo.
I said
Come
pause.
on, nah. That was
I mean, so
egregious.
so I mean, like, so obviously we made it to the Super Bowl, right? But like the linebacker play was very suspect. I mean, whether you're talking about in run support or in pass coverage, I mean, Devin, as you read the stats, if you watch Jacksonville, the boy was playing possessed because they didn't pick up his fifth-year option. He was really good for that team. And like if you look at the linebacker play in the league, I mean, it's not just the Patriots. I mean, like there's a lot of teams that could use him at linebacker. It's just, can you afford to pay him? Because I want to say his market value is near 20 million. It's something like that. So I mean, if you can afford that and you need to upgrade your linebacker play, I mean, I would definitely advise it. So
All right. So coming in at number 3 on our top 10 free agent list, we have Cincinnati's own Trey Hendrickson. Obviously been in a lot of trade talks over the past few seasons. Coming off an injured riddle season last year, games played, 7 games started, 4 sacks, 23 pressures. He had a core muscle injury coming off that early season, about week 9. How do y'all feel about Trey Hendrickson, man? Obviously, before this season, back-to-back 17 and a half sack seasons. What did y'all think, man?
Um, I think he'll have a good market. I just don't think he'll garner like elite tier markets. He's on the wrong side of 30, in my opinion. Um, but I do think there are teams that will take a crack at him. And I'm gonna be honest, if he decides to stay in Cincinnati, that's what he decides to do. I think if he really wants to earn that final bag, because I think this will be his last final contract, in my opinion, he should really see what's out there for him and what's available to him. But again, I don't think he's not gonna garner that 40 per 30 5 per whatever reset market value he thought he was gonna get. I think he's just on the wrong side of 30 at this point.
Yeah, I think it's up to him to be honest with you. He could probably get the bag, but he gonna go to another Cincinnati. Um, if he's going to a contender, um, I'm not saying he's gonna have to go on a discount, but that 35 plus, well, that 30 plus that he's looking for, I just can't see him getting that much on. I mean, what was his injury?
I think it's
Core
just a core.
injury.
It's
Core,
a core injury.
core.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
not
don't think
paying
that's
no
gonna be too
32
bad.
year old coming off a core. The
Yeah,
core injuries ain't no joke neither though. I'm not paying no 32-year-old pass
yeah,
rusher coming off a core injury
I-
30 something million. Like he better
right.
take this 15 to 25 and be happy. It's
That's what
gonna
I
be
was
somewhere in that
thinking.
range.
I
I'm
I
not
think
don't.
he
giving him no more than that.
I think
I
he like for instance, I'm not saying they will do this, but I could see him going somewhere. Hey man, Commanders fans, please don't talk bad about me. All right. I could see him going to Washington. They are not contenders. Okay. They the cupboards are barren, dog. Like they have a lack of talent on both sides of that ball. They need a serious influx of talent. Now, can they be competitive? Yeah. Are they contenders? No, I don't think that there's anything that they can do to be a serious contender. He can go
Hey,
there and get 25, 28, maybe 30. But
I'm
like I said,
certified.
he's not going to go to a team that's actually competing for a championship and get the money that he was asking for at Cincinnati. I think is closer to what Dre said. Like his cap has got to be like around 25. If he's going to go somewhere like New England or Philly or San Francisco or something like that, like he's not going to get what he's been asking from Cincinnati. So I think is basically up to him what type of money he going to get.
I mean, honestly, like I had to look this up, but like the guys that are making around 20 right now are guys like Josh Sweat for the Cardinals, Gregory So for the Bills is making 20, and George Karlaftis is making 22 for the Chiefs. And I get all those, like Sweat is 29, Russo's 26, and Karlaftis is 25. He better than all three of them guys.
Hmm.
Um, so I just think he's gonna get, depending on the team he goes to, somewhere between 23 to 30. Just depends. If you're going to a contender, probably around the 25. But if he just go outright going for the bag, I definitely think someone gonna give him 30. And you just hope that the core situation. I mean, like when you do all, like the medical stuff. I mean, I mean, prior to signing the contract and all that stuff. If he comes out clear, then I don't, like it just depends on who he wants to play for. Do you want to play for a contender and make a little bit less per year, or do you want to just just outright go for the bag and I'm gonna get you 30 per?
Hey, real quick, before we continue, I just wanted to say to Sert's point about the Commanders being absolutely terrible and having no talent on either side of
Now
the ball.
I didn't say terrible, dog.
Um,
I just said that they're
just
lacking in
hold
talent.
on. Well, exactly, terrible and on both sides of the ball, and they don't have any talent. Um, if you missed it, this past Saturday we did a mock draft, and we did have a Commanders representative on the show. And if you missed it, yeah, go tune in, man. See what he picked for y'all. Let us know he was happy with the picks. Let's get back to it.
All
Is
right.
anybody
So
in here actually paying Trey Hendrickson? Like, would anybody in here be happy if your team signed Trey Hendrickson
If
for $28
I
million
would.
dollars a year?
No,
I mean,
no,
if my team
not
couldn't,
28.
not
Ugh.
I mean, if my team couldn't
no.
sign
I'm
Devin
all
Lloyd, then
about
I say
getting
yeah.
younger. Yeah, I want us to get younger. I'm not trying to add old talent. I'm trying to get rid of the old talent we kind of have already. So
I
I
mean,
don't know.
so
Go ahead.
just for mindset purposes, right? The way I look at it is, if my team, the Patriots, was going to sign him, I look at him like, like I'd sign him for like 2 years and then like a 3-year contract with out after two, right? And the reason I would want to do it, if, like I said, if I couldn't get Devin Lloyd, and he's the only upgrade I could get on defense, I would do it as such, in such a way that like it's a plan for me to sign him, and also to draft other edge rushers that are younger. So I mean, like they can learn under him, and like I mean, by the time after year 2 comes, I cut him, and then I would have had I would have had 2 years to be able to draft pass rushers that could fill the like the gap in terms of me cutting him. That'd be the plan.
I get that, JMIK, but I'm not paying Trey Hendrickson the same amount of money I'm paying Brian Burns. Brian Burns making 30 a year. Trey
Okay.
Hendrickson is not getting that from me.
Can I ask you a question? I mean, how many sacks did Brian Burns have last year?
16 and a half.
Okay. So, I mean, Henderson did that 2 years in a row.
That's
And
cool.
it's not like that was 10 years ago. That was literally 2 or 3 years
Yeah,
ago.
he's 32.
Yeah, okay. And he gave you the same amount of sacks that
what
Brian
does
Burns
the
gave you.
NFL stand for?
I mean, it also stands for not for long, but if I'm also
Exactly.
Henderson, no, like also what it means is that the Bengals promised to pay me. You didn't pay me. So I'm not gonna play through an injury for y'all. And that's exactly what he did. I don't blame him. They promised him to give him a contract. And he waited on that contract that they promised him for 2 years. They didn't do it. So on the last year of his deal, he's sitting there with a core injury. He's like, I'm not gonna play through this. Y'all not paying me. So I'm gonna just sit out. And that's what he did. But I mean, someone's gonna give him a bag now. What
Yeah, I can agree with that with
Jay
JMIK. Like, I think if the money that he had requested had been paid and they had followed up, you might see him only miss 3 or 4 weeks with that core injury. But when you like, man, y'all ain't paid me, the season over with, I might as well just go ahead and call it quits for this season. I'm probably not gonna play here again anyways. I mean, just being honest.
I mean, I get that aspect of it too, but you're still 32 years old. Like, I'm not paying that man no crazy money. I'm sorry.
I'm not paying 28.
I'd rather not pay him and he go play well for somebody else for 2 years than to sign that man for that type of money.
I mean, I'm just telling you, like, he's going to be the best free agent on market in terms of that position. And so it would not surprise me if some team gives him 30 million, because there's a lot of teams with a lot of money. Like, I'm talking like a lot of, when I say a lot of, I mean over 50 million in cap space. So I mean, like I said, if he chooses to go to a team that we don't consider to be a contender, they could definitely offer him 30 million per year. I don't see that being far-fetched at all.
I'm gonna laugh at whatever team offers him 30 million a year because I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, fans laughed at us signing Milton Williams to over $100 million deal.
Yeah.
So I mean, they laughed at us, and we was in the Super Bowl. So I mean, that's the way free agency works. Like, some people believe in it, and some people don't. So
we weren't in the Super Bowl because y'all were good, though. Y'all were in the Super Bowl because y'all were scheduled merchants.
I mean, you can say what you want. We actually made it to the playoffs. I mean, and y'all didn't. So I mean, you can say what you want.
Just wait till this year, buddy.
And it's funny you call me a scheduled merchant when you was on said schedule.
You're damn skippy, and I wanted to lose that game last year, so appreciate it.
It's crazy.
Look, JMIK, it took all of the pain and all of the embarrassment, all of the tears, all the blood. It took all of that to get to this point where I'm at now. Because
so what
Caleb
point are you
Downs
at exactly?
is about to be a giant. That's what I'm telling you. Caleb Downs is about to be a New York football giant, just like his father was a New York.
Sound like a whole
giant.
boat of cope right now. Sound like
I mean, what
coping,
I'm asking
brother.
you is, at what point are you at?
Just like his father, he will end up a Super Bowl champion for the New York football giants.
I mean, the cope is crazy.
All right, so we don't get stuck. Let's move to the next participant on our list. So coming in at number 2, obviously, we're going to say it all. We're going to say it. The best center on the free agency market, Tyler Linderbaum of the Ravens. I mean, not too much to have to be said. We all know what Tyler Linderbaum is at on this list. Number 2, because he's that good. 17 games played, 17 games started, 2 sacks allowed, 26 pressures allowed, and a Pro Bowl honors in 2025. What do y'all think about Tyler Linderbaum? I think obviously one of the best free agents on the market, man. Probably the best offensive lineman on the market. Uh,
I
Apparently,
think
the Ravens made him a record-setting or a market-setting type of offer already, which I
Mhm.
thought was interesting and tells me what they think of him and they would like to keep him. But there's also going to be a lot of teams out there actively trying to get Tyler Linderbaum, including the New York Football Giants. But I don't think any team should be signing a center for more than $18 million a year, and I think that he might break the 20 million mark.
Yeah,
So
he's gonna
I
reset the
think he's
market.
going to be good, but I think he's going to be too expensive to actually be worth what you're going to get him for because his market is going to be driven up by all of these teams.
Yeah, I agree with what Dre's saying. I personally think it'll be insane for the Ravens to let him walk when you people want to say, "Oh, he was bad." I'm gonna be honest. That entire offensive line played bad, played poor last year, but he to me is still a young, high-rated center in this game, and you don't just let those players hit free agency. I do think they'll lock him in, but I do agree with Dre. I would rather go on the cheaper side by drafting me a center. It's cheaper. I don't want to have to pay a guy 22 million dollars a year because I think that's the type of contract Linderbaum is gonna garner. Um, I do think he will be expensive, but teams like the Giants and even the Chargers who are looking for centers that can throw money at a guy like that. I mean, why not?
I think okay. So I'm not gonna go with the because I do think the best option is them trying to re-sign him, right? But I think if he hits the market, I think if I am, God damn, I hate to say this. If I'm the Raiders, I'm aggressively pursuing Linderbaum with the potential of bringing in a young quarterback, needing really to like get him some protection, help him out, and grow in the NFL. You bring in a guy like what I mean, like Linderbaum with Fernando. I think you start him off to a great start, man. I think you get him in a great position to capitalize on what's going on. That's my opinion. I think the Raiders should definitely try to see what they could do. Um, I know a lot of people. I see a lot of people like linking the Browns, but I just don't know about that one.
The
Um,
only reason why I'm gonna give you slight pushback with the Raiders is because they have a center on their roster, JPJ. They were just playing him out of position because they were just poor talent wise, and they weren't playing the right guys on the Raiders. And when they started playing the right guys at guard and tackle and stuff like that, that line started to perform well. Plus, I also think they let the guy that they were playing center walk and throw JPJ back in that position. So that's the only reason why I think the Raiders may not be a target spot just because of those kind of rumblings that's going around with the team. But I hear you, Smitty.
well, I mean, like when I look at Tyler Linderbaum, I think he's already telling you that he's good. Unless they tag him, he's and I don't think they want to tag him because I think if you tag him, it's a line, always a line position. So he's gonna if you tag him, you're pretty much giving him the market breaking money anyways. Um, and I mean, like if what was said earlier was saying that they offered him a record setting deal, he didn't take it. What
It
that
was
tells me is
yesterday.
that
It was offered to him yesterday though, Mick.
yeah. So if he didn't take it then that just let me know he want to hit the market. He want to see how much he can really get. That's what it's telling me. Because I mean, if they're offering you a record-setting deal for centers, why not just take that deal now and just be done with it? Obviously, he don't want to do that because he wants to reach free agency. And he wants to see how much he can get. And I think it's not just the Raiders that's out there because they got a lot of money. I mean, the Chargers center just retired a couple of days ago. I mean, the Chargers, their center just retired a couple of days ago. They could be going after him. I mean, like Dre said, like the Giants, like that's where his old coach is. They could be going after him. I mean, like the Cleveland Browns is like that's where his old OC is, and the Cleveland Browns pretty much didn't re-sign any of their starting offensive linemen, so they have a need. I
They don't have the money to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say that. I don't know how much money they have, but they could find a way to free it up if they so chose to do. So there are a number of destinations that Tyler Linderbaum could find himself in, and I mean, obviously with the Ravens, he could find himself there as well. And then there are other teams that have a lot of money, like like the Titans have a lot of money too to spend, so he could go there. I mean, there's no true connection there, but that's a place you could. So pretty much, like when you're this high up on the top free agent list, you can find yourself anywhere. As long as that team is willing to call your agent and offer you a huge bag. I mean, you just never know. And I just think for the Ravens, with their line not being that good, I do not think it's a great move to let their best lineman go. I think I think honestly it's a terrible move, and I think they should do whatever it takes to re-sign him.
Yeah, I just feel like just piggybacking off of what Mick was saying, man. It, the Ravens should do everything they can, but I just feel like they. I feel like they should have used the transition tag and just negotiate a deal. It at least try to hold them captive or something, do something. They didn't do anything. He's going to hit the open market, and I mean, when the new league year starts, you know, he's going to be a complete free agent. So they don't get no cap relief if they sign him. It's not going to be an extension. It's going to be a whole new contract. So once he hit the open market, man, the price of the brick might go up. I just feel like they didn't do anything, and they should have did something. And I don't see him coming back to Baltimore. I see him resetting the market. Well, not resetting the market because he ain't gonna get left tackle money, but as far as like he's gonna raise the floor for sure for guards and centers, without a doubt.
Oh man! All right. So for our last spot on the
Hey,
list,
hey,
man.
hey! You hear me rhyming a little bit? I say he gonna raise the floor for sure. You hear that? Bars, bars, dog.
You didn't hear me in
I
the
spit that
beginning,
hot
sir.
fire, son.
Sir, I'm right there with you, man. You ain't hear me in the beginning. I'm having a great day because my
Oh,
quarterback
brother.
better than Drake May. Come
Oh,
on, man.
yeah, we heard that weak ass line.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
We heard that weak ass
And,
line.
and I got another one for you. We darting in a scat pack to the Super Bowl.
All right, back to you, Smitty.
Yeah, coming in at number one on our list. Very productive receiver this year. George Pickens of the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, Jesus Christ, this dude went crazy. All right, so for the stats, 93 receptions, 1,429 yards, 9 touchdowns, 15.4 yards per reception on 137 targets. He was third in the NFL in receiving yards his previous season. Obviously, it's a lot of reports that the Cowboys are going to attack him. They're going to do everything they can to keep him in the building. Even Jerry Jones came out and made some comments that he want to make sure George Pickens gets in. He gets the money that Micah should have got. But obviously, this is the top free agent, so anything can happen. What are y'all opinions on George Pickens and his?
Wait. He said, I didn't hear that. Jerry said he's going to give Pickens the money that Parsons should have got.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So basically, what he said is they want to be the NFC version of the Bengals.
I guess so.
That's nasty work. I mean, I'm great for me. But if I'm a Cowboys fan, that would not make me all that happy. I mean, that would kind of make me nervous because I feel like especially in today's NFL, you still see that teams with strong defenses usually are the ones at the end of the day that win the Super Bowl, right? It's not these high powered offense. Great to have, a really good offense. But I think the defense led teams are the teams you usually see with the most success. If the Cowboys are going all in on the offense and they just had a terrible defense last year, unless they plan to address that in the draft somehow, I think they should let Pickens walk, honestly. But what do
Um,
I know?
I think they did the right thing by franchising. You know,
I think
um,
you think so. I
yeah.
I hate the franchise tag. I really do. Like
I
I
mean,
think
yeah,
we should get
yeah,
rid of the franchise tag, but that's a different conversation.
yeah. I don't like it either. But if from an organizational aspect, I feel like they did on the right thing. It's going to force him to come to the table. So they can get uh a range of like where he wants to be, and then you got time to shop him, and he can't go nowhere. So
I think his market is probably out of all the free agents we have. If he was to hit the market, would be so robust, bro.
I
I
mean,
think
everybody need a wide receiver one. I mean,
his phone would be going crazy. It would be on him to pick contender or money, but I think everybody that will be calling his phone will be willing to pay something in that top range though.
They they gonna have to because I think if he hits the open market, it's gonna be a bidding war.
I
If
mean, for
he
me,
hits
for
the open
George,
market, I need him in New York. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you got a mortgage the next 5 years after this. Then go get me George Pickens.
yeah, but the problem is once they tag him to get to trade for him, I mean, you talking about giving up first round picks. I mean, that's what you're talking about. Like once they franchise him, and so I
I mean,
seriously,
not necessarily.
well, once
So Dre, you wanted that exact comment what Jerry Jones said.
Yeah.
sure.
He said, when Michael Parsons leaving the team, he gives us the financial stability to be able to sign a top talent like George Pickens.
Yeah, but I
But what
think
is CD
Jerry,
Lamb?
well, CeeDee Lamb already signed, but
CeeDee Lamb already
But
signed.
I
yeah, he's
mean,
already
but
signed.
yeah, but like,
I mean, but I think the major issue is with this two of the guys that they brought in via trade, like Quentin Williams, he don't have any more guaranteed money on his contract. And I be telling people this, man. These players are not playing on a deal like in the next season if they don't got any guaranteed money. And then I think he's looking for a new contract, and so was Kenny Clark. I mean, so it's like you got to balance this. And then I mean, like the news came out that their kicker wants a $10 million contract. So it's like there's a lot of guys
Yeah,
on
he
that
turned down
team.
a deal to be the highest paid kicker, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he
because he
because he
wants 10 per year.
he wants 10 per year. That's why. So it's
I'm
like
not
you're
mad
not
at
going to
him.
be able to
Get your
sign all
money.
these players. So you got to pick and choose which players that you're going to sign, whether that be Quentin, Kenny Clark, or George Pickens. I don't think you can sign all three. I don't think it's possible. Um, so I mean, the best thing to do for George is just to tag and trade. I mean, maybe some team will give you 2 first-round picks for George Pickens. I mean, I don't think that's crazy. Like with the numbers that's on the screen, almost 1,500 yards and 9 touchdowns, and I want to say he missed a game or two. I don't think he played all 17. So I mean, he put up a lot. He put up great numbers. So I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's crazy that the team calls him once he's tagged and say, "We'll give you a first and a second or 2 first-round picks."
Maybe. I just,
I mean,
it
I
would
wouldn't do
come
it, but
down
I
to
mean,
how he handles being tagged, because
oh, I
that
don't think
plays a
he's
big
going to
role
handle it
too.
well at all. I mean, I'll tell you
Well, I
that right
mean,
now.
is he gonna be even open to going to the negotiation table? Because if he's not even open to really negotiating,
I mean, but
and
you got to
he
look at it
just
last
wants
year with
out,
this. But you got to look at it last year with the Steelers, right? The Steelers traded for DK Metcalf. I heard he didn't take that well. And that's part of the reason why they traded him away. And they didn't want to give him DK Metcalf money, which to me is crazy because I believe George Pickens is a better receiver than DK Metcalf is. But that's just me though.
No,
no,
I
I
agree
Um,
agree
with
with you
that.
George
100%.
Pickens George Pickens played all 17 games, but for some reason it only said he started 15 games.
Well, one of the games it was due to discipline with like him and CD because
Yeah,
like they
he
didn't
did
play
get
the
benched.
first couple series. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
think it
got
was the
in
game in Vegas.
trouble.
I think it was.
They got in trouble for being out after hours,
Yeah,
essentially.
they were at like dinner or something like that. They lost track of time, and
So this is a list of the projected, expected contracts. So they got George at 28, Tyler Linderbaum at 18. They got Trey Hendrickson 15 to 20,
Well,
Devin Lloyd 18, Travis Etienne 8 to 10, Kenneth Walker 10, Tyreek Hill 15 to 22, Braden Smith 10 to 13, John Franklin Myers 8 to 10, and they got Kyle Pitts 16.5, but that's because of the tag.
I mean, my only issue with this is just like when you get into that open market, man, it's like that shit like a bidding war, man. And that could be the AEV expected, but I mean, like a perfect example, and I don't mean to leverage my team, but it's Milton Williams. Like Milton Williams was getting ready he was getting ready to sign with Carolina. We made that last second phone call and offered him $10 to $15 more million, and I mean he was a New England Patriot. So you just I mean for the teams that these players are currently on, if you want them, you've got to sign them before March 11th. Because if you don't, the chances that they're gonna come back to your team are really, really low.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. You never want a player that you desire to hit the open market because, especially if they're that good, yeah, there's going to be a bidding war.
JMIK, you gave them 2 more days than me because I don't think league day is the day you need to have them signed. I think you don't even need to have them be able to be tampered with either.
Well, that's the tampering period. I think it starts. It's either
That start the 9th.
It's either. Oh yeah. I was
the 9th.
confused.
March
Yeah,
9th.
March 9th. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't you can't let them get to the tampering period. Like
Once that phone start ringing, boy, and them prices go up.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it starts now at the combine because all the agents are at the combine too. So if you don't think that these agents are talking to, or I should say, like using their back channels to some of these organizations that might be interested in their player, and start talking about a framework of it, I'm not saying like nothing in specifics, but just like generalities, then I think you're fooling yourself. Like this is when it starts, is this week, and it goes until because I believe March 9th is in like 2 weeks. So like this is when they start working out frameworks of like generalities of deals and how much their client might be able to
Howie
get.
said he gonna try to get Dallas Goedert signed before the end of the combine.
Yeah, he's smart if you want to keep him on the team.
Yeah. So he was like, we're gonna meet with his representation at the combine, see if we can get a deal done. But I try to tell my fan base, like, that means this deal is gonna be very team friendly or he won't be here.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but the good thing about tight ends is if you were to let Dallas go, like this is not a bad draft to actually draft a tight end either. So
I'll tell you what, there's a couple of free agents on that list I wouldn't mind signing at those price tags. Braden Smith would be, to me, if Braden Smith is only making 10 to 13 million on his next contract, I think that's a bargain. So I think a team is going to be very happy if that's what he ends up getting. But I do agree with you, JMIK. Once this stuff hits the open market, everything kind of goes crazy. Guys end up making more than what they should. But you said
the
what?
market can go up or down, right?
Well, yeah, it could go down too. Yeah, it could go down. It could, but I just think in that range right there, at 10 to 13, I would love Braden Smith.
All right. Well, that's going to conclude our top 10 free agents for the 2026 offseason. We might possibly do an update after a few of these guys get signed in the next 2 weeks. Maybe even do one after the combine, man. Maybe some of these guys' position change due to some of the guys showing up at the combine. But we appreciate y'all for tapping in. There's plenty of content on the YouTube page, man. Check us out. Go through some of the content, man. We every Saturday we have just started our mock drafts. We doing the dynasty rebuilds. We giving you all the content we can, man, for NFL and CFB. So like, comment, subscribe, ding that notification bell. Hey, Pop, get us out of here. Well, my bad. I got to take us home. So follow the YouTube page, follow the CheckDown at Twitter page, CheckDown at NFL. Follow all of us. Our ads are in the description. And, man, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Until next time, Saturday, 11:15. We'll see you there.
This is the CheckDown. No fluff. No filters. Just football.